Welcome, ladies and gents, to this very small little micro LP of Doom 1. We're only doing the first episode of Doom 1, Knee Deep in the Dead, aka the shareware version. Tonight, it's only me, Charles, and Jaden.
Hey! And Jaden muted himself.
Damn it, Jaden.
I'm in the process of changing mics, okay?
So, this is a slight impromptu LP, because I figured, hey, it's late October, and there's only like 1 week left of October, so why not make this a little bit of our bit of a Halloween week? So, let's start off. I'm gonna do it on Hurt Me Plenty because I'm not a masochist, and I don't want to do this on Ultra Violence.
Nightmare!
Oh, Nightmare is just pure hell.
I would expect.
Is this all our commentary is gonna be?
Just music? Hell yeah.
For the first level, yes. I mean, come on, you gotta admit, even excluding this song, the music from this game is awesome.
Doom has great.
I mean, that's something I'm glad that 2016 and Eternal were able to carry over some really good music. I'm not a big fan of their music, but I do think it's a step in the right direction, because Doom 3 basically had no music.
Rip and tear until it is done.
Yeah. So, how familiar are you two guys with Doom?
I know that this guy goes rampaging through hell, killing demons, all because they killed his pet rat.
That's a kind of...
that's more than what I know. I've only played half of the first chapter of Doom 2016, and that's about it.
Okay. So I'm the veteran here. So,
yes.
Because I played all of Doom 1. I played all of Doom 2, even though I never beaten Doom 2 without cheating.
Yep.
I've beaten Doom 3 multiple times. Okay, I need to turn the sound effects back up.
That'd be a good idea.
Because I can barely hear them. That would be... Okay. So, I have not beaten Doom 64, but it's been on my bucket list to play. I beat Doom 2016 like 2 years ago. I liked it, but I wasn't a big fan of it. And Doom Eternal came out earlier this year, and I love it. And the new DLC for Doom Eternal came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And I haven't finished it yet, but from what I played of it, I liked it.
From what I've played of Doom Eternal in general, I've learned I suck at Doom.
Honestly, same.
Not used to that fast-paced action?
No, not used to it at all. And I can do shooters where I'm fighting mobs, but no, I got my ass kicked.
That sounds about right. Yeah, same.
I mean, I'm not the best at shooters, because I'm gonna be honest. If we ever do the other Doom games, I'm probably gonna have the difficulty on the lowest setting. I may like Doom, that doesn't mean I am great at Doom.
Yeah, I say the same with a lot of games I play. I love them.
Same with me.
I'm terrible at them. Oh my god.
Then there's me with Hollow Knight, where I'm actually kind of good.
Wait, did you just say you were rip and terrible at it?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, as much as I do like the reboots, it does feel weird as an old school Doom fan, because I know like a lot of the identity in the new Doom games is coming more from memes than really
the actual games. Yeah.
Like the rip and tear line That's nowhere in Doom 1, 2, 3, 64.
Well, there was no dialogue in the original Doom really to begin with.
Oh, there is not
Oh.
no spoken dialogue, like no voice
Exactly.
acting, unless you count these zombies and demons screaming, and that one line for the final battle in Doom 2 that actually did have a voice line. But so I'll just go into that little side story. So when they were doing Doom 2 and they were working on the final boss, the guys weren't the guys at id Software weren't a big fan of how much of a rock star John Romero had become off the fame of Doom, and I guess he had just recently pissed them off. So they took this picture of his head and put it on a spike and put it behind the texture of the final boss. So that because the deal with the final boss is that you're supposed to shoot rockets into his exposed brain. But the real trick with the programming is that the rocket goes in through the brain, which is just see through, it's just a wall you can't see through. And then it hits this object behind that invisible wall. And when the object takes damage, that does damage to the boss. But the object behind the boss was John Romero's head on a spike. And when Romero was test playing the boss, he was using the no-clip cheat to look around the room and stuff like that. And a little effect from using no-clip is that you used to make this mirrored room appearance thing, and he was roaming around the outside boundaries of the boss room, and he's like, wait a minute, was that my face? So he wandered around a bit more, and he found his head on a pike, put by the other guys without him knowing. And he's like, oh my, and then he tested it out, realized that that's what is being used to program the boss, to program the boss's damage. And he was like, oh my god. So he recorded himself saying, to win the game, you must kill me, John Romero. Then he reversed it and then, lower pitched it, and then put it into the game. And so when players enter the boss room, you'd hear this demonic voice that doesn't sound like it making any sense, but reverse it, and it's him saying, to win the game, you must defeat me, John Romero.
Wow, I like how he went along with the thing too. He wasn't angry. He was just like, "Oh my god, it's kind of awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna add to this."
Oh yeah, John Romero is basically the reason why we have shit talking in competitive video games. Yeah, it was Doom. You can thank your love for Halo. You can thank Doom.
I mean, one of the main reasons I love Halo in the first place is how it has a lot of lore and just some of the characters are great.
Yeah, I mean,
frickin' Arbiter and Sergeant Johnson are two perfect examples of this.
Oh yeah, from Halo, from the original Halo games. Wow,
yes,
it was perfectly.
Frickin' Sergeant Johnson in Halos 1 to 3. There's a specific cutscene where he will always say something different depending on the difficulty you're on.
Yeah. And the higher the difficulty, the funnier it is. There we go.
Oh, something happened to Charles.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, freaking one example is back in my day, we didn't have no fancy smashy tanks. We had sticks and a rock, and we had to share the rock. He has so many good lines.
Yeah. I don't really remember any of the lines specifically, but I do remember, my cousin who was big into Halo, absolutely loving that, in fact, about Johnson.
And he's back.
I am back.
Hello. We're almost done with, I think, the third level. I'm
I
blowing
also
through this.
love freaking the legendary ending of Halo 1, where you see him like fighting an elite, like they're just basically playing tug of war with a gun, and then they see the ship explode, and freaking Johnson's like, "This is it, baby, hold me," and then they just hug each other,
Yeah, I remember that.
and apparently they touch each other's butts too.
Nice.
My favorite little like end of game thing is in Halo 1, where normally when like the scene where Master Chief is taking off his helmet.
Yeah, people no clipped in and saw that he was like, behind this mask is another mask.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Someone made that a meme. Just use the Naruto thing. Like, behind this mask is another mask.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah.
And I don't really watch Naruto. I remember happening to see that on, like, almost like a few days after I saw that video of Master Chief. Taking the helmet off.
Shotgun. Machine gun.
Again, I'm performing a little bit shittier than like a couple hours ago. Because I was just kind of recording footage for this in case I needed it. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do a quick let's play of this.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, especially when I realized like I was already on the last level and it only took me like 40 minutes to get there.
Huh. Short game.
Well, the first episode.
Well, yeah.
And this is the shareware version, so Doom 1 is split up into episodes, each containing nine levels. And I really should have saved some bullets. And, well, 8 episodes are mandatory, 1 is a bonus level.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm on the bonus level for episode 1. And it's the only one I really remember how to get to. Because I know shareware Doom much better than the rest of the game.
I think my favorite Doom meme that I've seen so far, it was about Doom Eternal. It's the scene where the Marauder shows up.
Yeah.
Freaking someone revoiced it and had made the Marauder do a Pickle Rick
Oh,
meme.
you son of a bitch! Oh, that was bad. And
Did you hear me, Brian, at all? Or
Yeah, I was getting hit in the back by a shotgunner, and I nearly died.
Yeah. That would be bad.
Yeah, especially since I haven't saved.
Oop.
Yeah. But if you didn't completely hear me, I said, frickin' that they revoiced the Marauder and made him do a Pickle Rick meme.
Jesus.
And it would sound way too good, too. Like, it almost sounds like the Marauder. And
But yeah, I definitely feel like the newer games are more running off of the like the meme and the legacy of Doom rather than.
Yeah,
well, at least they're like bringing there's some nostalgia into it, like because Doom 2016 redesigned some weapons, and then Doom Eternal brought the old designs back.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oh, hi.
Although part of me kind of misses the 2016 version of the plasma rifle.
I do like how they went with the old design.
Yeah, I do too, but I did like some of the new designs.
Yeah, the design they had for the plasma rifle in 2016 was very similar to the one from Doom 3.
Yeah, like I liked how that one looked.
Yeah.
And now we have Bucks.
Yeah. You might like Doom 3, even though it's also.
It was made to be a horror game.
Well, the original Doom was also made to be a horror game too.
But it wasn't at all.
No, it was. It just that.
No, I meant it wasn't scary in the slightest.
At the time, it was. But it was. like this first episode, it's more along the lines it's supposed to scare you, because a lot of these enemies are popping out of corners and hidden rooms. And like in the second level that we already went through, that hallway where the lights were flashing and stuff like that. Yeah, that was supposed to terrify the player.
I know young me would have been terrified of it.
Oh yeah, it scared me as a kid. I remember the demons just scaring me in general as a kid. And let's get this out.
Oh!
Wanna
Blow
conserve
everything up
rockets.
now.
Oh shit.
Hi!
Yeah, well, it takes like at least 2 or 3 shots just to take down a pinky. But the shotgun's a little too slow. And I still have the bloody nose. I hate shotgunners.
Shadow people?
Spectres. Their pinky's just invisible.
Eh.
Yep.
I'm always going to acknowledge the fact that Doom Guy / Slayer and Master Chief are stepbrothers.
Well, it's from... Okay, here's a spoiler for Doom Eternal. So, you know what? From future me, just put a little bit of a timestamp later. You can thank me later. So it's revealed late into Doom Eternal that Doom Slayer is Doom Guy. They are the same person.
Yeah, I kind of guessed, considering they both lost a bunny
Yeah.
named Daisy.
This is kind of
Like, I always kind of assumed they were the same person, so
yeah.
it only makes sense.
It not totally, because I mean it's weird. Ever since Doom Eternal, they've been trying to like make the lore a lot more deep. When back even during Doom 3, the lore was not deep at all.
Just kill.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
kill.
having lore is kind of cool, though.
it is. I mean, these were
And, like, you don't really need to look into the lore that much anyway, so...
Yeah.
Like,
That's
it's a
not my
game you
feeling
could just
for it.
play casually and not know anything about it and just be like, yeah, I'm killing demons.
Yeah, that's something I do like about 2016 is that you don't necessarily need to read lore to understand what the fuck's going on. You'll get better context, but
Yeah.
you don't need to. Okay, I wanted to make sure I get some more help.
I remember I
Weren't we
watched a
in
clip of
Mars in
a...
2016.
Oh. What, Charles?
Weren't we in Mars or something in
Yeah.
2016?
Yeah, same thing as Doom 3.
Yeah.
And then there's the Colonel. You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of done that twice.
I've seen a couple of memes about that. Like, one was like, how about I do anyway?
Yeah, I love that scene, mostly because during that scene, Doom Guy is like furiously pressing the button to fire off on the BFG 10,000.
Like, it's just
I want to
like...
fire the gun. I want to fire the gun. I want to fire. I want to fire.
I love how Vega's like such an enabler. Would you like me to disable the security protocols?
Oh yeah. Vega is Doom Guy's best friend.
Yeah, it's like, I see there are some demons over there. Go fuck them up, bro.
Well, I mean, there's a part in Doom 2016 where you have to essentially kill Vega, and during that scene, Doom Guy's he's about to delete Vega, make Vega overload, but he's like, no, he backs him up. He's like, oh no, he's such a good boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, and now Vega's like his best friend.
Yeah.
It's like,
And so
the portal to
and
the
so-
BFG 10,000 is now opened.
Yeah.
Time to disable the safety protocols. Also, I think the funniest part about that scene is after you freaking acquire the BFG, freaking there's a warning siren that goes off, and like they literally have a protocol for warning. The Slayer has control of the BFG.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're like, oh shit.
Like just that alone is really funny. Like not just shooting a hole into the surface of Mars, just the fact they have a protocol for that.
Yeah. It's kind of weird when you look back on it that back in the older Doom games, 1 through 3 and 16 and 64, Doom Guy wasn't like sold as this all-powerful demigod. He was just a soldier that got stuck in a really fucked up situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the backstory with Doom Guy in Doom 1 is that UAC is doing experiments involving teleportation, and the experiments go awry, and demons start pouring out on the Phobos base. And so Doom Guy, who is a space marine, who was assigned to Mars as kind of like a shitty job, because he got stuck going to Mars because he assaulted a superior officer.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was ordered to fire on civilians. So they call in reinforcements to the Phobos base. Doom Guy is sent, but the other soldiers are like, okay, you're like really useless, so you sit back with this measly pistol while we go investigate. They all die. Doom Guy survives and has to go in by himself. And in this first episode, which we're currently playing, Doom Guy is going through the Phobos base. Where obviously it's being overrun by demons.
Oh, the demons.
It's like, you're useless. Stay here with this weak ass weapon while we go in there. Fucking they all die. Doom Guy goes in with only a pistol and slaughters everyone.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
At the end of this episode, Doom Guy it's kind of, they make it pretty vague, but he's supposed to die. And that's the reason why he goes to hell. Oh, shit.
Oh, hi, friends.
So he... Okay.
It's a little weird, and...
He shouldn't die then. He should just be transported to hell. That makes more sense.
No.
It's unclear if they transport him, if he's transported, or if he actually dies. Because you'll see at the end of this episode that you go into this room that's completely dark, and you're surrounded by enemies, and your health is decreasing. And then it cuts to the end screen when you're at 1% health. So it's unclear if he dies or what. I assume he's supposed to die, because Doom Guy's original name was Buddy Dakoteh, and Dakoteh was short for "Dies the conclusion of this episode." Yeah. And then in episode 2, you arrive on the Deimos base, which is the sister site to the Phobos base, and you find out at the end of the second episode that the Deimos base is in hell, floating above in hell skies. So you rappel down. So he rappels down onto hell's surface. And that's the third episode where he's trying to escape from hell. The fourth episode doesn't really make any sense. It was kind of like tacked on.
Just a last minute thing here. We'll just throw this here. Fuck it. Sort
of. So the original release of Doom was the first three episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Doom 2 came out, and they were going to release Doom for retail. Shit, I should save.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. And then when they went to retail it, put it out for retail, they added the fourth episode. Just to blood out the game a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fourth episode doesn't really make any sense. It's like in between him arriving back on Earth or being in hell or something like that. The ending card doesn't really explain it very well. But Doom 2, it's basically just the plot of Doom Eternal, but a lot simpler. Where he arrives back on Earth, and Hell and Earth is being overrun by demons. And the entire plot is him trying to stop the invasion and save humanity. And I'm not very clear on the story for 64, which is a sequel. I just know it ends with Doomguy staying in hell. Staying in hell to continuously kill demons just so they don't try to invade Earth again.
I like it here. I get to kill things. I must stay.
You're now in Doom Eternal. He's like,
won't learn. I'm just gonna stay here and continuously kill them since I'm a goddamn master at this now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then in Eternal, he's literally too angry to speak.
Yeah. Doom 3 was a soft reboot. Well, actually, it was a full-on reboot. It wasn't even a soft reboot. Nothing from the previous games taking place and had anything to do with Doom 3. It was more of like a retelling of Doom 1. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 are
Right.
Yeah, well, except the Doom guy in Doom 3 is not the same Doom guy. He's his own Doom. He's his own Doom guy. He's his own badass.
So literally, Doom 3 is not canon anymore.
No.
Right.
That's kind of funny when you think about it.
Kind of shame. I did like the story to Doom 3, even though it really wasn't that complicated. It's just basically the story to Doom 1. Well, actually, it's more like the story to Doom 1's Episode 1, but extended and more detailed. Where Doom guy is a new recruit. Well, they don't give anything for his backstory in Doom 3. The Doom 3 novels do give him a bit of backstory that's very similar to his original backstory. And let me think. So he just basically arrives on Mars to replace somebody that went missing, but and like almost as soon as he arrives, things go to hell.
Shit hits the fan.
Yes. Shit goes to hell.
There we go. That works.
And then it's trying to close up the portal on Mars so that the demons, because the demons' plans are to take the ships and go to Earth. So, and it's just about Doom Guy going into hell to try to close up the portal and all that.
Can I say how in Doom 2016 is really cool that they had like classic Doom levels in every level of the game?
Yeah, I tried playing the classic Doom levels after you unlock them, but some of them are like absurdly hard because the weapons from Doom 2016 don't translate well to the original.
Yeah, still a cool thing that they added though.
Yeah, it is.
And
I'm kind of glad they didn't do that again for Doom Eternal.
I kind of wish they had Snap Map mode though.
Yeah.
Like that was really cool. I liked it a lot.
I never got around to play with it, but
I messed around with it a bit.
But I heard that was a bit of a controversial thing that they didn't bring that back.
Yeah, it was really good and freaking like. I played it with my friend a couple times. Someone made Five Nights at Freddy's in it.
Jesus.
Well, I'm not surprised.
And it was actually very like well made.
Of course, like the most common were recreation of maps from the original Doom games.
Of course.
Because people did that with Doom 3 as well. Like there was a really popular mod called Classic Doom 3, which was a full-on remake of the shareware Doom 1, which we are currently playing. So, and I'm just gonna say, fuck all. Open the door.